So to conclude my adventure at the EVS35, I'm going to ask everyone I can find one simple question. What is the most impressive thing you saw here? Let's go.
On the car side, it was fun to be a part of the press launch of VinFast yesterday, a Vietnamese electric car that they're showing in Europe for the first time here at EVS35. But I also think it was cool to listen to politicians on stage.
So I tend to be less about the brightest, shiniest object and more about what's really going to establish the foundation and spread the word and get more people to be willing to adopt.
I think one of the most interesting things is the autonomous charging. Charging without any manual intervention. So if you go for autonomous driving, if you go for autonomous parking, if you have, let's say, safety issues where you cannot leave the car, then these autonomous charging solutions are very helpful and they look very mature and very intelligent.
The most surprising thing, and I'm not sure I quite believe it yet, is the possibility of charging batteries through induction. That could be a real game changer.
So Lawrence, colleague and roommate, your first EVS. I've talked about it all day long before we went here. What was the most surprising, mind-blowing, innovative, creative thing you've seen here?
Well, for me that was the drone, the human-sized drone, where you can it has a place for 2 people.
I've seen this VTOL from XPeng in the room next to us. And nobody expects it to be airborne in the next couple of years, but the Chinese, they say next year it will be in Sweden. So we will see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, just even just being here in this exhibition, you see, the electric buses, the electric backhoe, excavation equipment. You're seeing this sort of proliferation of applications of electric drive, and this is one of the nice things about batteries and electric drive is they're very adaptable to all of these various use cases. This is where the technology has sort of now come to a level where it is ready to be deployed across all of these applications at scale.
For myself, I already work with AVs right now. We have heavy duty trucks, and I think what surprised me the most was how close they are to having the megawatt charging system in place.
But will it be like the same way you laugh at 100 MB MP3 players right now? Will it be the same with megawatt chargers that we would laugh at 50 kilowatt hours charging?
I definitely think so. Like our truck started with 200 kilowatt batteries, and in the span of 2 years, they're at 550. So I have no doubt that by 2030, we'll have like 12, 30, 50 megawatt battery capacities that'll be like unmatched.
We are focusing on nature, and no other stand is any similar to our booth, and we could put this sustainability and nature on the front, and we attracted many visitors. I think that is something we are proud of.
So making sure nature is taken into the equation of the world of EV.
What was most surprising to me, there's a lot of electric excavators, so for construction works. And in the Netherlands, especially governments trying to do more and more on zero-emission construction, like road construction or building construction. And here in one hall, they had like 4 or 5 different excavators, all electric. So I think that's very promising.
I think construction. There's a lot of construction vehicles that are now electrified, and that's really exciting because I think that's an untapped market, and excited to bring that knowledge back to the United States.
So Ellen, the EVS35 is almost over. What was the most innovative or creative or mind-blowing thing you've seen here?
I've seen many things. I mean, there's so many new batteries, new cars, bigger charging infrastructure. But what struck me the most is the narrative. I think we're about to change the narrative on EV because this is a very geeky exhibition, with more power, more kilowatt hours. But what I think is that the real story is that we need to electrify the world because it's disturbing our lives, it's disturbing our cities. So I think the new narrative should be it's not a technical geeky thing, but we have to really make it bigger for the third world countries, for the less deprived areas. We should have electric buses there. We should make our cities cleaner. So I think the narrative should change into this more global, accessible EV.
So are you ready for the trip home?
I'm so ready for the trip home, but you know what? I'm flying home. I'm so sorry, I'm flying home.
We'll bring your car home.
You are bringing my car home. I'm bringing myself home with the plane, yeah.
All right, we'll see you next year in Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Bye.